What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? I hope you all are happy, healthy, bellies full, relaxing, and enjoying your family. Hopefully in small groups or no groups at all right now, given circumstances. But nonetheless, I wish you all happy, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that good stuff. I'm just happy to be here and happy to be here with you all. So, as promised, I said we were going to go ahead and do a class on Sunday because I know y'all are ready to get this New Year's like hitting the ground running. So, I am not going to delay this much further, but this is a style of design that you all are very interested in learning how to modify this because I think a lot of you are purchasing files like this and they may be very limited in what the PNGs, kind of touch on because you want to do your own local logos like your local teams. You want to do your birthday party themes that might be a mermaid. You just want to be able to switch it up and not have to pay another artist every single time you want to do a variation of this type of design. So, as you requested, I worked on something for you all, and this is going to be our 121 class. Merry Christmas, love. I miss y'all for real. I know I've been MIA lately. I promise y'all I'm working on some major things. I'm just literally tired, but not too tired where we can't get our learning on. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad you've been waiting to learn this, Tori. Okay, so with this one, there's a few elements, and I know it's usually like peace, love, and some kind of custom theme. So I'm going to do some of it live with you just to give you an idea of what we'll be doing in class. So this is basically a demonstration of what we'll do in class, except you all know that when we do classes, you're going to do all of the physical work yourself. You're going to have a final product by the time you finish class. And of course, posting that work that you did in class gives you a chance to win $100 worth of templates. All right, so we got enough folks to go ahead and start demoing. I think what I'm gonna start with is showing you all, this is a much anticipated theme of patterns. So I've done a couple of classes already that we've touched on patterns. As a matter of fact, I think last class we did some patterns, and class number 105, which involved making the socks, we did patterns. So here's another one that touches on the pattern theme. So let me go to my piece group and I have a custom pattern that I created here. You will also have a file when you download your course content for 121. It's a file called 400 by 400 pattern, okay? Now I've simplified this. If you want to learn how to make your own custom pattern, you're going to watch 105 and it'll tell you literally how to fill in these little spaces with other elements and how to make that pattern repeat. It's going to be a gorgeous time for you. But for this one, we're keeping it very simple, just one image, and we're going to make a pattern out of it. Now, last class, what we did was we took a seamless pattern, and I'm going to show you that method too. So whether you have a seamless pattern, and by seamless pattern, I'm going to drag something over to the screen right now. This is an example of a seamless pattern. It's already been mapped out. You can tell that this bottom here repeats at the top, and then this right repeats over here to the left. So you can keep moving to the left and the right, and it's going to repeat that pattern. You can keep moving up and down, and it's going to repeat the pattern, but it's going to look seamless. For instance, the top of her hair here is at the bottom of the page, and it will continue from the top. So if you're looking for a pattern to do for this project, and we did spend quite a little bit of time last class identifying patterns that were appropriate, so we're not going to do that this class. I'm just letting you know that you can use them. If you're already ready from last class and you already have a seamless pattern, you know what a seamless pattern is, but we're not going to crop seamless patterns in this class, okay? What we're going to do, and what I've done here And if you're ever looking for a seamless pattern, just put in the word seamless. Whatever theme you're looking for, I put in seamless mermaid. And of course, I'm going to get scales and everything else. But these are all patterns that are repeatable. Okay. So for this case, I'm going to do my mermaid theme. So that's the other thing. For class, you're going to need to pick your mascot. Now this mascot can be a local sports team. This is a local sports team here. It's what is it called? Gatson. It's the Gatson County Jaguars. So I use them as an example because I had to recently do something for them. Let's see. Let's switch it up though. I want to make this different because I'm starting to like to show you all the versatility. So let's do a mermaid. So all I have to do is double click on my smart object. I'm going to go ahead and bring over this mermaid. Turn off the jaguar. Save those changes, and automatically I now have an alternate version. So I'm going to keep my position of my first one because my jaguar was like the perfect placement. And I'm going to Control T and kind of shift this one around a little bit so that it fits in this blank space. And I'll turn the white on, the white background, just to see what I'm doing. But essentially I'm going to turn it off and let it be transparent so I can pick what color floats behind my pattern. And as you can see, this is going to automatically do your offset. You see how it repeats left to right, and it's going to repeat top to bottom. That's the top of her head there. That's just something that's automatically set up with the smart filter. If you want to see how that was done, then refer back to course number 105. 105, the majority of the class was us actually building our own custom pattern. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to go ahead and save this as a pattern. So I'm going to edit, define pattern, and I'll save this as mermaid wink. And then what I'm going to do is come down here, do an adjustment layer. Instead of a solid color, it's going to be a pattern. It automatically is going to give you this default leaf pattern. I'm going to go to my mermaid pattern I just created. And see how when it tiles it perfect. All right, let's change the scale of this a little bit. I'm going to reduce it. Excuse me, loves. I tried to drink some water, but that cough was just coming. I couldn't stop it. All right, I think that's good right there. That's 34%. Depending on how big your image is or how much you want to see, this is all variable, so you change it as you want to. And another thing that I forgot to do, which I'm going to show you here, is I forgot to turn off my white, my background. And if I make this a pattern with no background or a transparent background, define that pattern, and I'll call this mermaid wink PNG, so I'll know that it's no background. I'm going to add the background now as a pattern still, and this time I'm going to choose the transparent one, and see how I can see the jaguars behind it. That's because my pattern has a transparent background. That means I can change my background to pink, blue, purple, whatever I want, and the images on top are going to not be affected. All right, so I did want to keep that linked, and let's scale this down once again. All right, now in order to get this to crop only to the fingers, I'm going to drag it below my jaguars layer there, and then turn off the jaguars layer. And then of course I have my beautiful mermaid there, and let's duplicate this layer and change that color. I'm just choosing something that will contrast against that that blue there. There we go. So there's a little pink, and all of these. I need to create this clipping mask. There we go. All right, so a little bit different than how we did patterns last week, but and I can show you how we did patterns last week. It was very simple. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and add a new pattern. And I'm going to choose the seamless pattern that I showed you before. Bring the scale of it down. And that's the seamless pattern already made up. I didn't have to do anything but drop it in. And if you want to see how we did that seamless pattern, see if that's simple enough to bring up. There we go. So this would have been the swatch that I would have downloaded from that seamless pattern, and same deal here. We're going to assign it as a pattern. So we're going to go to edit and define pattern. And it's as simple as that. Then I'm able to use it to fill in here. Okay, now what we're going to be working on in class is just taking whatever logo you're going to use here. We're going to work on using it as the smart object and filling in the space here. So it's going to be, you know, pretty much left to right. It's going to pair up and match. But after class, if you want to try putting in your own seamless pattern, if we have time, then I will supervise you all in putting those predefined patterns and making sure that works for you and you have that understanding before you leave class. I'm going to lighten this up just a little bit so I can see the mermaid a little bit better. And for instance here, this is where our logo is. I'm going to double click on the logo here. It's a smart object, and I would turn off the jaguar and drag in my winking mermaid. And I'm going to hit yes to save, and it will update my artwork. So now I have that mermaid in there. And of course, I'll probably want to resize this. I'll do Control T. I'm going to resize that. And just to make this match a little bit, and this is what we're going to work on. You never know if you're going to need this unless you're working on something. So what I'm going to do is add a stroke to the outside to kind of get it to match a little bit, because I don't want you feeling like you have to redraw this stuff. We're just going to make it kind of match. So we're going to put a black stroke on the outside. Let's see here, about 9 pixels looks fine. If you want to go a little bit chunkier to try to make it match, 12 looks pretty good there. And then right now we have the glitter on, but we can also turn the glitter off. And just let it be the image itself. And then what I have on here are these little dots and lines to kind of make it look a little spunky. And you might want to save the position for the logo that you're currently working on. And I'm just going to duplicate these and move them around. So I'll turn off the ones that went to the jaguar and show you. And you can absolutely turn these off if you don't intend on using them at all. Turn them off. But this is just showing you, if you really want to recreate something, some creative ways to kind of make it your own, because I haven't really seen this out there like that. So I figured we just kind of do it our own way. And these are kind of preset curves. They're not lines that you change or anything. So all you're doing is resizing it and placing it where you want. There's one more there. Maybe I'll place that one up top. And again, like I said, it just kind of gives you a little bit more of a feeling that it's a cohesive kind of custom artwork versus maybe something where you just cut and paste something at the end that doesn't look like it fits. So we have that. Yep, that was freepick.com. Thank you, E. I appreciate that. And then you can change the color here. So this love group, the reason why it's grouped up and it's a smart object is because it automatically will change the hearts down here. So let's go ahead and double click on it. And let's say I want to change the color of the heart, maybe to make it a little more of this kind of periwinkle color where it's a little bit blue and a little bit purple. So I'm going to get my eyedropper here. I'm going to pick up one of those little purpley blue colors right there, little periwinkle. And I'm going to copy this hex number here because that is the code for that color. And then all I'm going to do is for my fill, I'm going to duplicate that layer. This one just happens to make it gold, so you can kind of make your own colors here. I'm going to make this one periwinkle by pasting that color here. And then you may want to play with your blend modes, and we'll do that in class, so I'm not, going to overwhelm you right now. But depending on what color you choose, there might be a more appropriate selection here for you to get your desired results. So if you wanted to look really, really light and dainty, you might choose maybe hard light, maybe color. But if you want it to look really intense, maybe you'll choose the linear burn option. I'm thinking about going with color for that one. And as we close out, I'm going to say yes to save. We'll go back to our original document and it should automatically update that color. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and zoom all the way out. And you'll see that it also updated the color of the little hearts down here. And this is a free personal use font. It's just not my font to give away. So I do tell you in the instructions for the class, make sure you download this font. So now we'll say peace, love, and mermaids. But of course, we'll have to change the size a little bit. And that would also call for me moving my hearts. As a matter of fact, let me move both of the hearts at the same time so I make sure they're lined up. And if I ever did move one without moving the other, we have ways of aligning them, which we'll probably do that anyway. I'm going to freestyle move one and not the other and show you how we'll line that up. So let's say I missed and moved this one a little higher than I wanted to. I'm going to select both of the hearts and I'm going to skewer them down the center horizontally and bam. Now they're even. And I'm just going to nudge it down just a little bit. All right, so that is technically a finalized design. So I'm going to do another one, just one more to show another team. So meanwhile, let me go ahead and save this as a PNG. That way I have a few examples for you. And let's go ahead and do this one more time. So again, I'm going to go to my logo. I'm going to do this backwards this time. I'm going to change the logo first. Double click on it. Turn off my current logo. I'll bring in this one. Now, lo and behold, understand this will not, these logos will not come in anything that I that have, of course, materials. Just because if you use it, I want you to be using it responsibly for personal use only. So I don't want to get it mixed up in giving you the idea by including these in the template. So you all know the rules. You know what to do to use these only for personal use. But I figure we may have some Kansas City Chiefs fans, and in this case, I'm going to show you how you would make your own design here. So again, I'm going to move this logo to where it makes sense for me in this design. I'll take my little extra pieces here. Control T, and I can rotate them. Like I said, this is not necessary. I'll even show you how to turn them off because you don't have to have them on. And I'm just angling it a little bit to make sure that it goes with the flow of the logo. There we go. And then we could even do like the heart, how it has one on the inside and one on the outside. All right, and maybe this one will say peace, love, and Chiefs. And I'll Control T, change the size of that. Move my little hearts around. And when I hold down Shift, it locks it so that it only moves left and right and it doesn't move up and down out of the way. So that's very helpful too. Let's see here. Let's change the color of the heart. We're gonna do something cool because I see this design a lot where it has the little sketchy coloring in here. So let me show you how we would achieve that. I'm gonna double click on the love group. We're gonna of course change this to red, and let's go ahead and pick the red. Let's grab our color picker tool. Another thing you can do is if you choose your fill tool and then you hold down Alt, it automatically turns into a color picker. So I'm going to do that, grab that red. I'm going to copy that hex code. And then instead of the periwinkle, we're going to do the red. And then see how the blend mode selected for the red is not what I would choose for this red. So instead of choosing color, I'm going to choose another, maybe linear burn looks good. I think I'm going to go with linear burn because it really did like push that color into the glitter texture there. But there are several options that we can try. I think linear burn kind of gives us what we want, but now color burn adds a little bit of the white specks to come out. So we'll try color burn, we'll do something different. Now the other thing I was going to show you is that there is a layer mask on this heart. And what we're going to do is turn that layer mask on. So the heart's not colored in right now. It has a black mask on it. So we're going to take our pencil tool and make sure our brush we have selected is a hard round brush. And I'm going to go all the way down to make sure it's 100% hardness. And then you can go left to right to change the size. And I want to make sure I'm around about 20. Didn't have to be exact. But now I'm doing this with a mouse. I would prefer to do this with my stylus, but I'm doing it with a mouse because I know most of you will be doing it with a mouse. Or maybe your touchpad on the computer would be a little bit better. But what I'm doing is I'm just tracing by hand inside of this heart, because a lot of times when I see this style image, it's kind of like a hand sketched look to it, and this is really hard to do with this mouse. The mouse is even lagging right now, but you get the idea that we look like we're kind of hand coloring it in, and I'm not messing anything up. I still have my original full fill, and all I have to do is remove this layer mask. So I see that often. All I did was just, sketch it out real quick. It is not perfect, and you can spend a lot of time getting it perfect, but I just want you to have the idea that you have that option. And let me see if I really want to do color burn, because that color burn is almost giving me a little pink. Yeah, I'm going to go with the linear burn. I'm getting more of a bold red with that linear burn. All right, so I'm updating it now. I'm going to go back to my original image, and you see it has that kind of sketched in look to it. And we can fill it in a little bit more if we need to. All we do is double click there and go back to that layer mask and get our pencil and just kind of maybe do a few more squiggles inside of there to fill it out a little bit. I just feel like it's got a little too much of the inside exposed. So as that is updating, cool. Let's go ahead and change our pattern, or let's make a pattern here. So before we had the mermaid, we're just going to double click on the smart object, turn off the mermaid, throw in our Chiefs logo, and as you can see, these little pink lines appear, magenta lines appear. They're kind of guidelines to show you when you are centered. So this is telling me it's centered by the vertical and horizontal. And I'm going to save that. It'll update to my little pattern. However, I'm going to have to re-rotate this one in the center to make it what I want to see. And then I'll turn off the one that was there before. Of course, we know how to edit and define this as a pattern. And now all I'll have to do is make sure I have my move tool selected. Let's go on to the existing pattern fill. Now I can just replace this pattern fill rather than creating a new one every time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to just replace it. Right there, and boom. We have that. And then I want to show you that there's glitter on here, because I noticed it was a big theme for these type of designs to have the glitter option. So let me do this. For this logo, I'm going to take off the stroke because it was a little too fat. And I think the natural logo actually has enough of the stroke thickness already. So you can turn off the glitter, or you can leave the glitter on. I see it a lot of times with the glitter. So we're going to take the glitter pattern, you can turn it off and have a solid color there. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and duplicate that layer. Let's give ourselves a solid color. And we'll right click and create a clipping mask there to make sure that stays intact. And this time, let's make the blend mode just be normal instead of overlay. So we're going to make it normal, and of course it's showing as blue, but we can choose whatever color we like. We can even choose, no, it's not used very often, but the kind of golden yellow there. We can go with white. We want to keep it white. But let's do red for the sake of showing that it's filled. Okay, so it is red. It's regular old red. If I want to see the glitter though, then I have to turn on the glitter, number one. And number two, I have to change the blend mode of my color to make sure I can see the glitter through it. So I think we chose linear burn last time. And then I'll change my red to where it's more of that standard red. Right. And that's it. That is really it. We're gonna spend it always seems simpler when I do these the demos, but the class is allotted for 3 hours. It's tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10. And within that time frame, you all will be doing your own artwork from start to finish. And of course, you'll have help along the way. I can see your screen. You'll be able to share your screen. And if I absolutely have to, I can even take over the mouse and fix things. So there is no student left behind. There's no creative left behind in these classes. Everyone has a final product. As long as your Zoom functions and your Photoshop doesn't shut down every 10 minutes, then you will have a final product by the end of the session. Awesome. Well, thank you, E. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I see these type of designs all over Etsy and all over every single digital design service where each of these designs is like $5. So if you can take the time to learn this for one class and learn how to infinitely produce your own versions of this design, I think y'all are going to be awesome. And again, like I said, you can take off these little extra pieces here and make it even simpler. So I think I'll do that for this one, just to show that as an alternative. If you don't know where something is in the layers, just right click. Oh, this is on my love group, that's why. So I'm gonna go to my group here, and then just the same, I can turn off the lines. Oh, I turned off all the lines on, let's see, our piece group. I had to turn back on the lines for the hand. There we go. That's all, folks. And you also see the little hearts down here. It took off the extra drawing lines down here too. So if that's the look that you want, that is the way to achieve it. All right, so I'm going to open up for any questions that you all may have, any comments, anything that you may want to see for this that I can prepare for before we do class tomorrow. I think you all already have in mind what you want to work with for this design. I'm sure of it. It will not be hard to figure out. While I am talking, let me go ahead and export this as a PNG. Oh, I keep exporting as a JPEG. It's fine though. Replace that one. All right, and then I'm going to go back to my original one. But meanwhile, if anyone has any questions about Academy or how to take the course tomorrow, I did change it for those of you who may not have heard yet. So I made it special to where the $60 VIP Academy members, not only are you able to take the live courses, any of the live courses, as long as you use the free coupon to use the live courses. So you can take all 4 live courses if you want. You can do one. You can do whatever, you know, suits your schedule and what you want to learn. And I also made it so that, let's say if you just joined the Academy, but one of your lessons doesn't unlock till 2-3 months from now because it's just in that sequence, you get 75% off of any class that you want to take ahead of your unlocking schedule. So I believe if it's a pre-recorded class, it's literally like $7.50, and that's just so that you can take a class earlier than it would naturally unlock for you. So that's the deal we did for the VIP members. And then for my $30 members, we did something special for you all. And this is all your requests. So y'all been negotiating with me lately. For the $30 members, I think we did 67% off of the live courses and any other content. So if it's a pre-recorded course that you want to get to before it unlocks, because quite naturally, all of the courses will unlock that that you're naturally supposed to get in your every 7 days. So for the $30 month members, I didn't really have anything for them to take live classes. Now we have a coupon code for them to take the live classes. It's 67% off of live classes, as well as 67% off any recorded classes that you want to access early. So if anyone has any questions about that, let me know. I think it was pretty self-explanatory because you guys were on it last week. Y'all use those coupon codes, and I don't think we had to explain too much how it worked. So I appreciate you all for taking advantage of that and being a part of the classes, making it interesting, making it full, and I promise you the things that you all go through in the class is not something I would naturally go through. So when I do like a YouTube demonstration, I may not run up on the same problems that you all have whenever you're doing it pretty much one-on-one with me. So we're uncovering how to solve problems in live time. And that's really the best that we can get out of these live classes. Yes, LG Red 5. Yes, I teach Photoshop. Usually every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a class. I'll show you the Academy. Let me pull up the site. It's called academy.innatelab.com. The regular innatelab.com website has where you can purchase the ink, the True Colors ink, which is amazing. I must say so myself. Sublimation blanks, that sort of thing. So the regular website has things you can purchase as well. The Academy is just for our learning program, okay? So this is Innate Lab, and then you see there's a little button for Innate Academy up here. Also wanted to let you all know that may be new that we do design and print services. So if you ever need to print the very large sheets so you can press your own all over shirts, even if you have a 16 by 20 press, we do print and press those, or print and send those, and we do press those as well if needed. It's just usually such a tight timeline that that is probably best that you do your own print and pressing. Let's see, what else? Custom design service, we have that available. If you just really can't do something, my goal is to teach you how to do it. Believe it or not, it is not my goal to take on all of the designs and want to do them for you. I would rather teach you in the academy how to do this stuff and watch you grow, watch you pretty much hone your own talent, so that I'm rather teach you to fish than, you know, feed you the fish, spoon feed it to you. So but that option is there and it's available, especially if you're still learning and you're not quite confident, or you know, you just need a little boost, you need some help. So just wanted to show you all, especially for the new folks out there. I see some new names. I want to make sure y'all know where everything is. Here are the templates that are just purchase templates. Every template that I make available on the Innate Lab website, I have a free video on YouTube showing you how to edit those templates. So as long as, you know, you click on the image here, you'll see that there is a corresponding YouTube video there. If you click on the play button, you can either go to YouTube or you can watch it right there on the website. Either way, I do not just throw you to the wolves. Every single template that I make available, I actually make a video, an hour-long video, sometimes it's longer than an hour, showing you everything that you can change on that template. Okay, so that's the regular website. The Academy is strictly for those who are learning Photoshop right now, and then we have some other modules we'll be adding to it about basic business growth and starting a nonprofit and those sort of things. So we will be adding to that, but for right now we're focusing on the live courses. This was the live course from last Sunday. Right now it's considered a pre-recorded course because we already did the live. So if you missed it, or even if you did the class live, you're able to go back and reference it. So you'll see today's class that I'm talking about. It'll be here on the live interactive courses, usually about an hour after our Q&A session. So about an hour and a half from now. So let's see, asked in order to join. Great question. So you can go to the Innate Academy membership. Now, you don't have to do the membership. I'm just telling you it's the best value because I literally created the Academy so that it's almost its own stimulus package. Like, I understand that a lot of us not only are learning, but we need tools that we can use right now. I don't want to just show you how to, you know, move an object or cut an object out on Photoshop. I'm also putting tools in your hand, templates in your hand, where you can make money as soon as you're done with that class. You can post that to your social media, post it to your marketing, and I guarantee you somebody will ask you about purchasing it. Okay, so that's how solid I really, really believe that not only the courses are, but the content that you're getting with it. So I tell you about the memberships because it saves you the most money. However, you can purchase any of these classes a la carte, and I'll show you that as well. But the $30 a month membership, you start off with 4 courses, and as a matter of fact, let me just show you. For $30 or $60 membership, you start off with these 4 courses immediately as soon as you make your payment. Okay, so day 0, you get 4 templates, and with those 4 templates, you also get 4 classes. And usually the classes are around three hours, but they go in depth every single little step. And we go over these steps over and over again until everybody in the class gets it. So like I said, there's no student left behind. We all get through it. In addition to the 4 courses there, every 7 days you will drip a new course. So to give you an example of what those courses look like, I'm going to show you down here. And this is why I was saying, you know, when you start the Academy, you might want something that we did last Sunday. And if that's the case, if you just joined and you're only on 104 and you want 120 pre-recorded course, you have the option to only pay $7.50 instead of $30 to get early access to that program. But this is one I was telling you about earlier. We did 105 where we learned how to create our own patterns and use the smart filters to make our own kind of repeating patterns, and that's going to be really, really popular for, I'll say it again, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day. Christmas was big for this, you know, the personalized socks. What else is really big for? I'm trying to think of there's one more holiday that people go crazy over these socks for. But learning how to take these images and replicate this process and not take much time at all in order to create a pattern is priceless. Oh, and pets all year round. Like, they don't need an occasion. People love their pets all year round. It's like we love our people on holidays, right? I'm just kidding. But that definitely showcase pets, and you'll get customers from that as well. So this is the progression of the courses, and like I said, every 7 days one unlocks. So 7 days after your first membership payment, you'll unlock 105. 14 days later, you'll unlock 106. 107's unlock 21 days later, etc. And right now we are up to, I think, 121 is the one I'm showing you now. So the last few was 119 and 120. And all of the 100 level courses you can take as a beginner, you know, Photoshop enthusiast, like you're just trying to learn. You may have never even opened the program before. They are for you. We're going to start 200 level courses in January, like doing 1 or 2 of those every month. And those will be for the intermediate folks that have pretty much done all of the 100 levels and they're ready for some more challenging content. And that's coming up soon. Okay, and then I did want to tell you for the difference between a $30 membership and the $60 membership is that the $60 membership, you're able to join any of the live classes. It'll give you a coupon to take the classes for free. So you enter that coupon code instead of paying $60 for the live class. You'll just enter the coupon code and it'll let you take the class for free. And that is usually we do it 4 times a month. That's pretty much one class is pretty much worth this membership if you intend on taking 1 class a month live. If you really don't intend on taking the live courses, then the $30 a month plan is perfect for you because it's literally you have access to the same stuff. It's just that you only get the pre-recorded versions of it, and it only unlocks once every 7 days. You still have the option to save, and this is new, you still have the option to save 67% off of any live or pre-recorded course. So let's say just out of the blue last class, a lot of $30 members had interest in taking the last course. So we created a coupon code for that, okay? So you might be a $30 member and maybe want to take a course every now and then, and you can just use that 67% code that you'll get as a $30 member on whichever live course you want to take. So I hope that gives you a little better understanding of the membership and that structure. We've been working on this. This is all a work in progress. Just like you all are learning, I'm learning too, and I'm learning right along with you. Oh, Sharon and Nina, y'all come on. Y'all are ready for these 200 courses. We're going to take baby steps though. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep doing 100 level courses. I'll probably start doing 200 level courses once or twice a month until like it feels like everybody's already at 200 level, and then we can go a little bit more full throttle with the 200 level courses. And some of you made mention that you want to start doing during the week classes. So we're going to do a few trial classes probably on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to try that out and see if enough people register for them, enough people take them. Then, like I said, I'm here for you all and to help you all. So I kind of structure my schedule accordingly. So I'm willing to do that Tuesday evenings. We definitely won't be able to hang out too late because I know y'all will be really tired. So Tuesdays we'll do 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. So that is pretty late. And we'll just see if maybe some of the people that can attend Sunday classes may be able to do Tuesday classes. We'll just see how that goes. You're welcome, Tanya. All right, so any other questions? Anything else you all want to see? Um, like I said, these last couple of ones, you all showed me something that you wanted to recreate, and basically, I'm showing you how to do that. So if it's something you spend a lot of money on, you spend money on graphics from Etsy or whatnot. Matter of fact, let me see. If I go to Etsy right now, I can show you what I saw. These right here. All day, and essentially what you're limited to is only what the designer has already created, and sometimes it's really hard to get a a new version of this, and you don't want to have to pay every time you want to do this in purple, teal, a horse, or a mermaid, or what have you. So I'd rather teach you how to do it yourself, and I do see that these things are around $5 a piece. So with you doing one class, you should be able to create infinite numbers of these and be on the roll. Let's see, let me see. I'm gonna look up PNG sublimation, and usually I do that just to get an idea of what type of art is out there selling and what you may want to learn. I'm not teaching cartooning, so I don't know if anybody's gonna ask me that today. It is not my strong suit. It takes me a really, really, really long time, and I do have my brother help me with that for the most part, and even that is its own feat. But I'm just looking here to see if this peace love thing is just really, really popular. Um, and then the other thing is I'm trying to get you into, you don't know that you're really doing this, but you're learning how to do multiple layers, how to change the blend modes for those multiple layers, how to show glitter texture if you want it to look like glitter, how to those uh, fill in those shapes in the text and that sort of thing with patterns, with images. So a lot of you struggle with just clipping an image inside of something. And those are things that we go over almost every single class. So you get your confidence up and that sort of thing. Um, oh, this is funny. This is the game my niece and nephew play. Let's see here. Just trying to see if there's anything that stands out as far as what you could learn. Just even something as simple as this, where it has a name and you clip the pattern inside of it. So maybe we'll do a really simple class on that. It's just that normally we don't do anything really simple. We do, we do beginner's level, but every beginner's level project ends up looking like a pro level project. So even if you're a beginner, you're going to end up with something that doesn't look like you just learned Photoshop. So y'all let me know anything that you see that you want to learn, that you spend a lot of money on. You're like, look, I'm tired of spending money every time I want a different version of this, same style graphic. I want to learn how to make this graphic myself. Just let me know what those are. Okay. So I appreciate you all hanging out with me. I know it's still, holiday time, and we're still enjoying our families. I'm glad y'all were able to sneak away and hang out with me this evening. So we'll see how many can join us tomorrow for class. Let's see, it's about 8 now. So by 9 o'clock, I should have the course listed on the Academy. It should be under the live interactive courses. And for the $30 and the $60 members, I want you to make sure that you go to you'll have your credit. For the $30 members, it's a 67% off credit. For the $60 a month members or the VIP members, you'll get a free. So you'll get the $60 credit, which makes the class completely free for the live class. And then of course, if there are any pre-recorded classes you want access to, there'll be a coupon code in this as well. So you won't have to buy this at all. This will come with your $60 a month subscription, okay? So please don't buy that. I mean, I appreciate the support, but I would rather you use it to stay in the game and pretty much take care of yourself for almost a full year. Okay. Yeah, that would be a full year. Yep, $60 a month. Times 12 on. I don't know why I'm pulling up a calculator. That's exactly 720. So don't buy that. The card credit, you will naturally get that for free as long as you stay a $60 a month member. And then even as a $30 a month member, you still get a lot of the same benefits. It's just that you don't get the live courses comped. You get the live courses at a discount instead. Vicky, can I help you with the 7270 printer offline? Vicky, what's going on with the 7270? Give me an idea, because I haven't been able to do one-on-ones lately because I'm literally training almost 10 hours out of the day during the week, so that's why your girl's been a little ghost during the week lately. But definitely, if it's something that I can help you out with, I am free a little bit today. So and if it's something I can help you with right now, then I'm sure other people can learn as well. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting on questions, let me go ahead and get this thing ready. So I kind of show you all my process. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. Nina says live classes are amazing. Y'all are amazing. Y'all make the classes amazing. Okay, so I think I'm going to turn this on back. Delete that layer mask. Go ahead and turn on our lines again. I'm reverting this back to our original image, just so it can be ready for tomorrow night. Oh, and I forgot to tell you all too, if you have a pattern, you can also make the pattern look like it's in the glitter or it's on top of the glitter just by making it either normal or, like in this case I did multiply and it looks like the glitter is going through the logo. I'm just going to lighten it up a little bit there. All right, and of course we'll change the logo here. And I'm going to get rid of these other ones because I don't want y'all to have a file that's just so large, because you're going to end up changing these out for your logos. What I have, oh, I had team here before. I'm gonna put team back. Alright, I can go ahead and save this as a PNG, export, save for web. Rona, that's one thing I don't control. If your $60 subscription is canceled, if it's been a short enough amount of time, it'll try to recharge it to keep it up. But I don't know what the time lapse is to where it basically makes you restart. Basically, if it says that the subscription is canceled, because it tries, I think, at least for 30 days, and after that it will automatically cancel because it'll assume that you don't want to keep up the subscription. So once it cancels, then it does, I think it makes you start over again. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, like, because I can't even catch you up to the sessions, because every time a new course comes out, it'll still think that you're in the beginning session because it'll treat you as if you're a new member. So let me know if you do decide to rejoin. If it does start you over again, just let me know. But there's absolutely nothing I can do to make anything, like make it start you at a certain position in that case. But that is a good question. And Vicky, I see you said offline, so maybe that's something you don't want to talk about online. So email me or go to the innatelab.com and go to the contact us. Um, or you know what? I'll put the email here. I know they say don't put stuff in the comments, but go ahead and email me, like if you can video whatever trouble you're coming up against, or at least take screenshots. That'll be an easier way to help troubleshoot for your 7270 if you're using the True Colors ink, which I think you are. I think you are using the bulk True Colors setup. So I should be able to help you with that. And I may even start a thread on the group, and then that way you can just upload a live video, and then when I see it I can check it, and Erica can let me know to respond to it, and then I can kind of go back and forth with video to let you know how to tackle that. Because definitely if you're doing the large format prints, you definitely want to be up and running and taking advantage of that. Okay, so no problem, Marla. And like I said, I'm just here to answer questions right now live. So if you all have any pressing issues, any ideas, any questions, in general, I'm here to answer them right now live while I'm putting together the content for our class. And I'm thinking of whether I want to mock this up with socks or not, because the socks are getting really popular. The heart, Nina Travels, the heart is from freepick.com. And I took some of the elements off of the heart to, to kind of use as decorative elements on the other parts to make them look like they match. Okay, I'm gonna grab these socks. So I'm going to just on a whim, because we're working with patterns. I think did I close it out? I'll make this, sometimes I make these dual purpose templates. I think I'm gonna do that for this one. There we go, center 13 by 19. And then y'all get to see how much I love y'all and what I go through to create this stuff. Making the logo a smart object so we can also copy it onto the socks. Oh, that was the whole thing. I didn't want to do that to the whole thing. So this will be called the logo group, and we'll edit it as a smart object. And then we're going to do a color fill instead of a color fill here. we're going to do, or we can do it in addition to, and let's do a pattern fill on top, just like we did before. I'll just give you something extra to play with here. So we'll change this color to that blue. And I think if I remember correctly, I have a leopard print here. So if you want to do socks without the big logo, you can do a pattern print. You can add a little color if you want. Or you can do your logo with a seamless pattern fill. So of course I went a little overboard, but I think you'll like it. So that's your custom seamless. I'll call that the 400 by 400. Because you'll know that that's the one that you have to create. And then for me, before I make this completely available, I'll probably clean it up and play with it a little bit to make sure it coordinates well and that it will be of good use for you. So you should be able to print these out and use either the taco method or the front back method for these socks. And I think I need these logos to be a little bit smaller. I don't want them to get cut off. All right, love, so I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I don't see any extra questions. And I know you all will be excited about class tomorrow, so I'm gonna make sure I get this up in the next hour. And you should be able to use your coupons and go ahead and download your content. If it's not, if I run into any trouble, at the very least, I'll make sure it's up by tomorrow morning, so you'll be able to have everything downloaded and ready before we start class. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you don't, for those of you who understood before that you had to have dual screens, you don't have to have dual screens, but you do need to have a device that you can watch on and a device that you do your Photoshop on that you can run Zoom as well. So we did make that exception as well because the class size is smaller now, so we can support having one person using 2 seats. So 1 seat for your viewing device and 1 Zoom seat for your Photoshop participation, okay? All right, loves. Well, I appreciate y'all. Love you dearly. For real, for real. And until next time, signing out saying bye.